Move my drink out of the way. Over here. Hopefully the dog doesn't decide to try and drink it while it's easily accessible on the edge of the table. Do your pets do that? I can't imagine having a cat. It'd be 10 times worse. You know, cats be getting into everything. Alrighty. I'm going to do a quick card pull. This is a symbol deck. I keep cutting on the owl, so owls may be significant wisdom for somebody. Wisdom came up in one of the previous reads. Okay, swan. White swan, black swan. There's those things called black swan events. I don't know if that's happening for somebody. Hopefully it's not bad, but crow often gives us warnings. So do pay attention, right? You know, like often the islanders, they're the ones who are aware of when the animals are acting funny. Maybe it's because there is something wrong. Maybe there's a tsunami coming. So don't count out those kinds of messages, that kind of messaging. All right. Sea serpent. All right. Making a perfect circle here. He's not quite eating his tail, but chasing it enough. And it almost looks like a peacock, but it's almost looks like a bicycle wheel in the middle as well. This also gives kind of off the evil eye. So you might wear an evil eye or somebody you know. Okay. Put that there. Somebody may be oceanside, traveling to the ocean as well. So, yeah, beware of waves and things of that nature. All right. Once when I was in Mexico, hummingbird here. Hummingbirds will be starting to come in season here very soon. Check in your area, potentially. Check exactly when, because you'll need to have your hummingbird nectar out to attract those, right? Okay. All right. Let's keep going. Panther. Okay. I'm getting you might need to get your teeth checked. That's how these fangs came out. Somebody might be experiencing something of that nature. Okay. And I'm not saying like do like crazy things to your teeth or anything. Just saying like just yeah, just to get them checked. Eagle. All right. Literally the eagle has landed. It landed, okay, fluttered down to the floor, right? And often what it's doing, a cosmic egg, it's grabbing something and then it goes back up, right? So we see it very briefly. Okay. So this cosmic egg, again, wrapped in this snake figure. I'm getting like a duck egg. I think snakes do eat duck eggs and things like that. So, I don't know, if you have chickens or something, make sure, you know, the lamb, make sure you're not sacrificing your chickens um, to animals that might be predatory or bigger, like this lion. You know, it's in a lion's nature to go after its prey, not necessarily a chicken, but you get the picture, right? Okay. Yeah, Phoenix here. So, and then we have the dragonfly, so the messenger. So, yeah, definitely be aware of these messages again. So we have flight here with both the hummingbird and the eagle. Okay. And so I would say overall that's very positive. Oh my word. They were just outside. Hey, hey, hey. Can you keep it down? All right. Let's pull some more cards here. Four of Swords on the bottom. You might be getting some much needed rest. This morning, like yesterday, we went for a walk. But this morning, it was windy, chilly. The dogs were not really like chomping at the bit to get anywhere. So it's like, okay, we don't have to. You know what I mean? So you might be resting or altering your schedule. Okay. Um, especially with the sea serpent here, if you feel like somebody's kind of like tailing you, showing up in places where you're at, or like you keep seeing the same car or something, start changing your route. You have to do it. You have to do it. It's just common sense these days, Okay, so Queen of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, again, all water signs, and with the sea serpent thing. So, again, trust your gut. Like, if you're feeling that, don't let somebody be like, oh, you're just emotional. Oh, what are you on your period or something? Oh, well, that's cause, like, oh my God, really? Have you seen some of these people before Congress and how they act? And it's like, if I acted like that in a meeting, my butt would have gotten fired. You know what I'm saying? Like, different rules for different folks, ain't it sometimes? Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. So, Queen of Cups, like, you've lived and learned here. This is what I'm saying. You got to trust your instinct. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune. You know how to spin the wheel. You know how many dials to turn. You know what you need on like maybe say like your curling iron, like maybe it goes up to 20 but you only need it on 5 or something because your hair is real fine or something, you know what I mean. um haven't you seen that video and the girl, she curls her hair and then it wraps around the barrel and then she goes to like release the barrel and her whole like piece of hair just like separates because the barrel was too hot for her hair. Okay, a hummingbird is a very delicate creature, but it still needs to eat and it feeds and they fight each other over that feed. Trust me, it is intense. So just because it looks tiny doesn't mean it doesn't have that kind of fighting spirit, and you can as well. Because you can be like, oh, I'm only one person, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, well, look at, many examples through history of people being just one person going on their own path, and then what happened? Sometimes they kind of bucked the system, didn't they? I'm not saying everybody has the most wondrous, happiest endings, but hey, sometimes that's life as well, right? I'm not trying to say go out there and make poor decisions. Absolutely not. The star, yeah. See, you wouldn't do that. You're thinking as what is the best decision? What is the best possible outcome? If I had my choose my own adventure book, where would I like to see it go? Okay. And that's somebody who, takes care of their teeth and their gums. Maybe this is something about somebody needs to brush their teeth more or something. I don't know. Three of Swords, yeah, I don't know. Maybe somebody's got some bad breath. I really don't know. Some of these reads have been really weird lately, guys. Okay. I don't know what else to tell you. Last card coming out here. Wow. Wowie wow. Two of Cups. Two of Hearts. Ba, da, da. Two of Hearts. Ah, da, 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 da. Right? Eagle eyes. I spy a couple. Okay. A happy couple, perhaps. Okay. All right. So, ooh, look at that. The tower on the bottom. This reminds me of that like Disney ride thing. Isn't it like the Tower of Terror or something? That's kind of how oh my God, yeah. Look what's behind that. That's how this person is looking at it. Like it's like they have to go ride this ride and they know it's gonna suck because they're gonna be scared because they know they're in deep doo. Uh-huh. Why? Because yeah, Five of Swords. Maybe they were lying about something. Strength. So again, here's that lion. Here's that, and we saw that line come out earlier a little bit. Okay, so this strength card. So this situation is calling for you to have strength. Okay. All right. Okay. I think that's all I have for today. So, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Um, just by looking at the cards themselves, they're very positive. Obviously, I'm reading some energy on that as well, and it's because somebody is facing something that is kind of the opposite of what this is. Right? It's like they thought they were going to have this story and instead they're going a different direction, and it's kind of like, in the whatever, they're in the um the trap door and then they just go, wee, you know what I mean? Like, what is that, like in Willy Wonka? Right? And they just go through the trap door then the little Oompa Loompas come out and they're like, never to be seen again. Not necessarily, but you know what I'm saying. In terms of what you're concerned with, you know. So it's go forth and prosper. Okay. All right. I hope you enjoyed this message. Please do like the video. Until next time, please do manifest wisely. Bye-bye.